Jared Sullinger is finally back from his torn hamstring. We can add him back to the rotation. Oh, but he strains it for another 2 to 4 weeks. So Sullinger having some injury problems. It's kind of a cause for concern. We'll see if this continues with him, but you can see we declined another trade here. I'm really not looking to make many major moves at this point. I kind of like where the bench is at, and I don't really think we need to upgrade anywhere as of now. And you can see the players that we could re-sign, but we're going to go past the extension deadline. The only guys that I wanted to re-sign were Marshawn Brooks, and I can't remember the other guy, but there weren't guys that I really just thought, oh, I have to re-sign these guys. Like, I think I'll just evaluate my options in the offseason. But in this game, we're going up against the Los Angeles Lakers, who are 3rd in the West right now. But if you look at the roster they have, you might not think that. Well, the problem is Kobe Bryant and Carmelo Anthony are both injured. So they're playing with the likes of Jordan Hill, Wesley Johnson, pretty much the team you'd see this year. They also have a couple new guys like Patrick Beverly, but it's kind of the same type of team that you've seen them run out this year. They still do have Pau Gasol, so you know he can be some sort of a threat. But you know, take Pau in 2013-14, throw him in 2014-15. He's a year older, he's a year slower, and you know the decline has not been good to him. But they do have Steve Nash as well, a healthy Steve Nash at that. So he's a pretty productive player when he's healthy, at least in 2K. And you can see Sullinger starting out the game with the ball, trying to go to work into the post. No one really picks him up, so he goes right in and draws the foul on Pau Gasol. And we get this game started. So it's a 1-0 lead. Steve Nash with the ball, driving with the ball. He's going to kick this one back out to Terrence Williams, who's standing on the three-point line. Throws that one up, and it is good. Terrence Williams, a former Celtic. And now here we go. We're having Eric Bledsoe run off some screens right here. I don't shoot a lot of threes with Bledsoe, but I usually do them off inbounds because in 2K it's really easy to get open three-point shots off of baseline inbounds. And here we go. Bradley with the pick and roll, dishing it to Jabari Parker for the 3. He knocks that one down. It's a 3-point fest so far. 12-11 is the score. Eric Bledsoe with the ball. Thought about pulling up there. Makes a nice pass to Sullinger. Kicks it to Bradley in the corner for 3. Great extra pass by Jared Sullinger. And now Bledsoe with the ball, trying to create something going here. Sullinger with the ball. He's going to finish that one over Andre Kirilenko. Great shot right there by Jared Sullinger. And now 19-11 is the score. Patrick Beverly giving this one down to Chris Kaman. Kaman trying to go to work on Olynyk. Kicks it out to Terrence Williams for 3. And Williams knocks that one down. Terrence Williams, a player that, although had some offseason troubles, was pretty decent for the Celtics when he did sign with them last year at the end of the year. I thought he was a pretty, you know, reasonably productive player. Like he's, you know, he's no stud, he's no starting caliber player, I would say, but he's a nice bench option, I would think. Although he did have some off the court problems, as he has had in the past, but he had some more this summer, so that led to the Celtics actually end up releasing him because he did have, I believe, a 2-year contract with the team. But as you can see, it is 28-20 as we end off the first quarter. A good lead for the Celtics right now. A good start to the game. Our defense is playing well. Our offense is playing better. So I'm liking what we've seen from the team so far against a team that we definitely should be without Kobe Bryant and Carmelo Anthony. A lot like when the Celtics played the Thunder without Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant the other night. But here we go, Steve Nash with the ball, trying to work on the pick and roll with Jordan Hill. Gives it to Jordan Farmar for 3, and Farmar knocks that one down, so the lead is back down to 7. Now still a 7-point game. Sergei Karsev driving in, up and under. He's going to kick this one back out to Bradley. Extra pass to Tayshaun Prince. Great ball movement right there. Karsev, not the best finisher around the world, or not the best finisher around the rim, I should say. So he ends up dishing that one out. Great play. But Wesley Johnson for 3. As you can see, the 3-point shots are just raining down from both teams. Tayshaun, yes sir, he hits another one. It's 42-32. Tons of 3-pointers from both of these teams. Now 34-44, Jamal Franklin with the ball, trying to get into the paint. Great move right there. And I really like Jamal Franklin. He's kind of dynamic on offense, and dynamic in the sense of, you would think of him as just like a 3-point shooter, but he can kind of handle the ball and get into the paint, slam it down. You know, he's a little bit more dynamic than I thought he was when I was originally trading for him. So I really like what I've seen out of Jamal Franklin. I really like what I've seen out of a lot of my bench guys. Check out Franklin with the poster right there on Quentin Doss, I believe that was, or Ross. I actually have no idea who that was. I think it was Quentin Ross. But like throughout the game, they had some Ross guy, and I had no idea who it was. I think it's Quentin Ross, but nonetheless, yeah, Jamal Franklin, really impressive. And you know, this bench has been really impressive for me. The only thing I would say in the future is we're gonna need to get a backup center, a better backup center. Kelly Olynyk, you know, I traded Favrani thinking Olynyk could be the 3rd big man, sort of, but our defense is horrendous when Olynyk is our center, and I do not want to be running an offense, or running a defense for that matter, for 6 minutes at a time with Kelly Olynyk as my center, knowing that we can blow big leads at that point. So we're going to look to probably upgrade our backup center position as well as our starting center position in the offseason. But other than that, I really like where the bench is at. Torrey Murray's our heat check guy off the bench. He can run the second unit.
Thanks, Kevin. I'm with Coach Mike D'Antoni, and trailing as we head to halftime, what do your guys need to do to get back in this ball game?
We're going to make some shots. We got a little bit better ball movement, but make shots. You know, defense is okay against a team like this, but when you make shots, we can set our defense up even better.
Coach, we appreciate the time. Guys?
I got cut off there because I wasn't used to having a halftime interview anymore. But anyway, I like I was saying with the bench. Yeah, I like Torrey Murray. You know, Jamal Franklin's kind of dynamic on offense. Tayshaun Prince is a good defender, can spot up for three. Karsev can do a lot of things on offense. Like, he's pretty good off the dribble, which surprised me a little bit. We definitely need to improve our backup bigs, though. I do like running some small ball lineups, though. Like, whenever we take Sullinger out, I do like running lineups with Prince at the 4, Karsev at the 4, Parker at the 4. So, you know, I think it's just our backup bigs we're going to have to improve in the near future. But here we go, Torrey Murray running the second unit, giving it to Kelly Olynyk for the spot up mid-range, and that is Olynyk's bread and butter right there. Knocking that one down. I would still like to keep Olynyk on the team, even if I do find a better backup center. But Marshawn Brooks, speaking of the second unit, knocking down the shot right there. I've always talked about Marshawn Brooks very highly in this MyGM. Gerald Green, another player that I really like. We have a lot of wings, and it leads to some, you know, minutes for some guys and minutes for other guys, and sometimes it switches off every night. It's a lot of whose side gets the minutes at this point. But I like Gerald Green a lot. He's a really good 2K player, and he's provided a spark for us on offense. But 70-61 as the Lakers trying to continue to tread water right here, as it is a 9-point game. Farmar with the ball, trying to go to work on Brooks. He's going to end up doing a nice little crossover right there and putting up the floater and knocking it down. 70-63, Torrey Murray with the ball, looking for the screen. He's going to try and get into the paint. Great left-handed finger roll right there. Now we'll make it back up to a 9-point lead. And now that will be the score as the quarter expires. Murray's fadeaway does not go. And it's going to be 72-63 heading into the fourth and final quarter of this ball game. The Celtics will try to hold on to the lead here at home against their arch rivals, the Los Angeles Lakers. If you guys don't know the history between the Lakers and Celtics rivalry, it dates back 40-plus years at this point, 50-plus years really. So they battled in the 60s at times, they battled in the 80s, and they even battled in the 2000s a couple times. But here we go, nice layup right there by Jabari Parker. Here's Omer Sheik trying to get into the paint. Nice kick out to Avery Bradley, and Bradley knocks down the three-pointers. We get the lead back up to 15, and at this point I'm thinking, alright, we're pretty much, you know, I think we're good to go at this point. We just got to put a couple more points up on the board. I'm not going to let them get to more than 85 points or so. So here we go. Pau Gasol with the ball, being covered by Parker. You know that's a mismatch. Gasol's going to finish that hook shot every day. Still one of the best post players in the NBA. And here we go. Parker with the ball. He had this matchup, and this is what I like about the small ball. We get Parker with matchups, you know, being covered by guys like Jordan Hill. That is such a mismatch. We're always able to take advantage of those. Bradley, nice dish to Sullinger, who finishes the layup off the glass, 86-71. And now Terrence Williams with the ball, trying to go to work on Avery Bradley. He's going to get into the paint, little floater, and oh my goodness, the floater in this game is so cheesy. But nonetheless, 13-point game. We're going to try and push with Eric Bledsoe here, walking the ball up the court, but trying to see our options before we get into our set. Bradley with the little mid-range 18-footer. He knocks that one down, and the lead is back up to 15. Parker with the ball being covered by Pau Gasol. Actually, that's Andre Kirilenko. Very good defender, but kicks it to Eric Bledsoe coming off the screen. Bledsoe knocks down the 3, 18-point game, and this one is all but over. Parker giving it to a Sheik. Back to Parker. Great two-man game right there as Parker knocks down the long 2, and it's a 20-point game. Now back to an 18-point game. I believe that's Quentin Ross right there. He's actually going to rattle home that 3. The lead is down to 15, and now Olynyk will try to get this inbound pass off, but it's stolen by Jordan Farmer. Pulls up and knocks it down, and just like that, it's a 13-point game. Maybe the Lakers are not done yet, but as you can see, with under 20 seconds to play, Karsev with the ball, he's going to end up just fading here, and he will knock that one down. 16-point lead, 10 seconds to go. You know it's over when you got a bigger lead than the amount of seconds left in the game. And that's going to do it. So we end up taking home the 96-80 victory. No post-game interview this time around, but anyway, you can see DeJuan Blair there, who I was surprised didn't really have too many highlights this game, although I guess he's kind of a garbage-type player. But nonetheless, I don't mean garbage isn't bad. I mean garbage, and he does a lot of, like, garbage points and scores off tip-ins and gets rebounds and plays defense, which you don't see a lot of highlights in these videos. But anyway, you can see your player of the game is going to be, as you will see in a sec, Jabari Parker, who picked up, I believe, 20-ish points. I think he didn't have a big scoring game, but he ends up with, 21, 3, and 6. We had a lot of, we had a nice all-around effort. Check out our defense, the holding them at a 41% shooting. You can see we both shot, I shot 23s, they shot 27, so we just converted on a much higher percentage of ours than they did. But You can see we got a good effort from a lot of guys. 5 people in double figures, including Marshawn Brooks off the bench. And you can see, we got 5, 4, 3 points from a lot of guys. So good, well-rounded effort, I thought. Terrence Williams had 21 points, but has always been their leading scorer to a very inefficient 21 points on 18 shots. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. I'm out. Peace.